I was staggered, Geoff, in another story today. Our old mate, I know he's a good old mate of yours, Andrew Clennell, he broke this story today that there are goods being sold under the NDIS by as much as 1,000% above what they should cost. He revealed things like, you know, you got a lightweight aluminium shower chair. You can get one for $169.99 probably at Bunnings. One NDIS company charging $1,150 for a similar product. You got a toothpaste tube squeezer, whatever that is, $12.95. Normally they're charging NDIS $94 for it. And a packet of incontinence pads you can get for $39. One firm supplying people under the NDIS charging $283 for it. And a walking stick that you can buy for $34.95 being sold at $39.95. It's a government pot of money, and I don't suppose we should be all that surprised, should we, Geoff?
I know, look, wherever there's a government program, there'll be someone there looking to rip it off. I think we've seen so many successive governments talking about rorts and waste in the NDIS, and taxpayers absolutely expect best value for money. Now, it's in the actual enforcement of that that we'll actually see what kind of returns, what kind of savings you can get. The government's announced a $720 million package. So investing more to save more, that's their message, and their aim is to lower that annual growth in the scheme from 14% to 8% by 2026. So there's some big goals for the government, and I guess you know, you've got to also look at those new entrants, all those kids that are in the scheme, and also the funding model in terms of the funding split with the states and territories. So big decisions to make. Obviously, we want best value for money, but we've got to see this in practice now in terms of what this actually achieves.
Gee, the PM's got a big month coming up, Geoff. I mean, as we know, he was in Queensland today. He's apparently flying to Darwin tonight. I don't know if that's in response to the troubles in the territory. He was wearing a Yes baseball cap today. He's then on a plane to the coronation. Last weekend, he was at shock jock Kyle Sandiland's wedding, and then he's got to come back and host the Quad meeting in Sydney, and he's got a budget jammed in the middle. Is he doing too much?
Oh, it's a huge agenda for the Prime Minister, and I think he is. It's going to really test him. Over the weekend, he was heckled for the first time, came under a bit of pressure over attending Kyle's wedding. Kyle's obviously a very colourful character with colourful mates, but you can understand a politician chumming up to Kyle given the size of his audience. But look, we've got the voice referendum later this year. We've got a lot of overseas travel for the Prime Minister. And then we've got these other serious economic pressures coming down the line, whether it's people on fixed interest rates coming off. It was around 800,000 that will be coming off throughout the year. You've also got those huge energy bills, grocery bills. So that's going to really start biting by the end of the year. And you know, the Prime Minister's been flying very high over the past year, but he will be coming under a fair bit of pressure.
Thanks, Geoff. Just in a word before you go, interest rates tomorrow, up or hold?
I hope they hold.
Thank you. Geoff Chambers from the Australian